So there were 5 learning objectives which are in front of you. So starting from currency conversion. So different currencies, we converted them into Pakistani currency. And then we calculated profit, simple interest, principal amount, and we learned the formula also. So then there was a topic, calculate insurance, partnership, and inheritance. Inheritance may we talked about Islamic distribution of property. Then we should know that what is income tax, property tax, general sales tax. These all. Yeah, sort of. This learning objective is from 7th grade also, 4th one. 5th is that solve real world problems, involving all the above content. So we will start with the first topic. बल्कि second से हम start करते हैं. We need to cover because the first topic is not in your book. It was only in the worksheet and we have already covered it. So we can quickly just recall it at the end maybe. So right now we are going to do exercise 6B, question number 1 to 13, and then we will see exercise 6C, question 1 to 10. All right. So this is exercise 6B in front of you. Right. So, Assalamu alaikum, Jafar. This is what we are going to solve today. So there are a few questions coming from this topic also, and this is comparatively an easy topic because real life situations, and you should know the formula and you can solve the questions easily. So you can prepare the notebooks if you are doing this work right now, or I will share the screenshots at the end of the class so you can do this work later on. This is up to you. So 6B we are going to start with. So let's start with question number 1. Question number 1 is Lee Tong buys a life insurance policy of 620,000 Pakistani rupees at the rate of 2.8 per annum. Find the amount of annual premium she has to pay. Right? Just give me a minute. Let me open the whiteboard as well. So who can tell me what is 620,000? What is 620,000? There were a few keywords. Remember that? The principal amount, the profit or the markup, the rate, and the time period. So in this question, can anyone tell me what is 620,000?
Principal amount.
It would be principal amount. Very good. So this is the principal amount. Okay, this is the P in the formula. Remember that the formula is, although in the formula we write down SI, like simple interest. Like, and I told you, you can change this, SI is equal to PRT divided by 100. This is the basic formula. This says that simple interest is principal amount multiplied by the rate at which the interest is given and the time period, right? So we calculate interest annually, मतलब कितने years के बाद, ठीक है? अगर months में T given है, so you need to convert it into years, ठीक है? So secondly, you need to remember this also, that this 100 is basically for the rate. Rate is usually in percentage, ना? तो हमने already 100 is there, so हम यहाँ पर सिर्फ 2.8 put करेंगे. अच्छा, now comes this thing. This simple interest मैंने आपको बताया था, interest हो, markup हो, ठीक है? The wordings can be changed, ठीक है? Profit हो, so आपने इसको same ही लेना है, profit हो, ठीक है? So कोई भी situation हो, so this is the basic formula. So you can change the formula accordingly. अब देखिए, we need to find out. Let me open the whiteboard first. So we are going to do exercise 6B, question number 1. Okay, so we know that the principal amount is 620,000, right? Pakistani rupees. So the rate is 2.8%. Because it is yearly based, so iska matlab hai time is 1 year. Okay, it's yearly based life insurance. So time is 1 year. What we need to find out? We need to find out how much insurance she has to pay. So insurance payable. ठीक है, अब आपने उसी फॉर्मूला को याद रखना है. So that would be very easy. कि आपने वो याद रखना है कि the formula is PRT by 100. इस फॉर्मूला को ही हम चेंज करते हैं. ये सिंपल इंटरेस्ट का फॉर्मूला है, बट दिस फॉर्मूला गोज फॉर एवरी परसेंटेज रिलेटेड मेथड. अब यहाँ पे देखिए, इट इज चेंज. सिंपल इंश्योरेंस की जगह आई विल राइट डाउन इंश्योरेंस, सिंपल इंटरेस्ट की जगह आई विल राइट डाउन इंश्योरेंस पेएबल, like how much insurance she is going to pay is equal to PRT by 100. So now we know everything here. We will put P 620,000. R is 2.8. अब हम यहाँ पे percent नहीं लिखेंगे because that percent is already catered by the 100 in the denominator. ठीक है, it's already catered. So time is 1, so time is also gone to divided by 100. So you can remove this decimal and there would be another 10 here. So cancel these 3 zeros. ठीक है, cancel these 3 zeros. So it is 620 multiplied with 28. 620 multiplied by 28. So if you calculate this value, I can calculate it right now. So this is 17,630 rupees. So how much insurance, life insurance, how much insurance she's going to pay? She's going to pay 17,630 as an insurance monthly, annually, sorry. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Any questions? ठीक है, आपने ये चीज याद रखनी है. You should not be getting confused. और हर फॉर्मूला में नया फॉर्मूला बनाने की बजाय just use this the basic formula and learn what are the different values. Now let's look at the question 2. Sara insured her car. ये कार इंश्योरेंस की बात हो रही है, but we will keep the same thing in mind. ठीक है. So Sara insured her car at the rate of 6.5% per annum. ठीक है. The estimated value of car is 750,000. Find the annual premium payable. ठीक है, अब कार इंश्योरेंस की बात हो रही है. So we will change the formula accordingly. ठीक है. So I'm going to write down the question like the data, and I'm changing the color of the pen so that you can see it clearly. Question number 2 में the principal amount is the amount of the car. ठीक है, the like value of that car. So it is principal amount is 750,000 जिस पे life insurance कराई गई है पाकिस्तानी रुपीस. ठीक है, PKR. So 750,000 PKR. Then the rate is given as 6.5%. So time is again 1 year. How do I know time is 1 year? Because it is written clearly per annum. Per annum means 1 year. ठीक है, हमने क्या find out करना है? हमने find out करना है. They are using this word premium payable. So premium payable. देखिए, I told you already कि the same formula to be used. ठीक है, उसी formula में values put करनी है. So premium payable. Premium is like a profit. ठीक है, premium payable is equal to PRT by 100. ठीक है, so P is 750,000 multiplied by rate is 6.5 multiplied by 1 and divided by 100. So I'm not using 6.5% here because this is already catered in the formula. ये आपने बात याद रखनी. So remove this decimal of 65. So it is 1000 in the denominator. These 3 zeros are cancelled. So the leftover numbers are 75 into 65. So if we multiply these two numbers, 75 into 65, the answer would be, I have missed 1 0 here, 750 tha na? So 750 into 65. So what is the premium payable? 75 into 600, 750 into 65. This is 48,750 PKR. So any question up till this point, anything you cannot understand, because we are going to start some difficult questions. So any confusion? Is it clear up till this point? Right? Let's look at the third question. Third question is a question of hire purchase. You can see this is a question of hire purchase. Hire purchase is not part of your syllabus. Hire purchase and the compound interest. ये दोनों आपके syllabus का part नहीं है. So we will skip these questions. And we can go on to question number 4. Actually, question number 4 is a question of simple interest. Albert borrows 48,000 from bank. और ये बहुत ही आसान straightforward question है. You can see we will not solve it. You can do it on your own. This question number 4 in front of you. So question number 4 में the values given are, you can see this 48,000 is your principal amount, 6% per annum, this is your rate R, and the 2 years, you can see this is your time. So you can just put the values and you can find out how much simple interest Albert has to pay for this amount. Okay? So look at this question number 5 as well. A man invests 16,800. So this is principal amount in a saving plan that pays simple interest at a rate of 5%. So 5% is your rate. Find the time. So this time is unknown. Time हमने find out करना है. For this investment to grow to 18,900. So this is the total amount. This is not the simple interest. या ये profit नहीं है. Simple interest नहीं है. ये total amount है. इसका मतलब है we need to find out the profit first. So let's solve question number 5 together so that we know how to solve this kind of question. So question number 5 में, question number 5 is that, let me write down the data quickly. Principal amount was $16,800, right? So rate is, how much is the rate? 5%. Okay, we need to find out time and we know that total amount, okay, after adding the simple interest is $18,900. हमने वो टाइम निकालना है जितने टाइम में 16,800 की अमाउंट इंक्रीज होकर 18,900 बन गई है. ठीक है, the time period we need to calculate. So now what to do? We will find out simple interest first because the formula में we need the profit or simple interest. So simple interest कैसे निकालें? कितना interest मिला उसको? 18,900 minus the principal amount. So basically this is the simple interest. How much? $2,100. Okay, this is your simple interest. So now we need to find out the time. So we will use the formula. Simple interest is equal to PRT divided by 100. Okay, 2,100, put the values. P is 16,800, R is 5, time is unknown, so we will keep it as it is, divided by 100. So take this 100 on the other side of the equation. So this will be 21, 200, enable 21, 210,000 is, so you can multiply this, or you can keep it as it is, 168,100 multiplied by 5 multiplied by T. Now take these two values on the other side of the equation. So T would be 210,000 divided by 168,100 multiplied by 5, right? You can cancel these two zeros and the 5 can also be cancelled. So 5 4s are 20, 5 2s are 10, 420. So I can still cancel this 420 by 168. I'm changing the color ताकि ये थोड़ी सी cancellation easy हो जाए. So this would be this would be 420 by 1. So you can cancel it by 4. 4 4s are 16, 4 2s are 8. So this is 4, 4 5s are 20. Okay, so this is 105 by 42. So I can still divide it with 6. Suppose 7s are 42, 6 1s are 6 and 6 से divide नहीं हो सकता था, 3 से हो सकता था. 3 1s are 3, 4 3s are 12. 14, 3 3s are 9, so 35 by 14. 35 by 14 is how much? Sorry, Ashmat?
And the answer is 2.5.
2.5. You can still divide it with 7, so it is 5 by 2. So that's right, 2.5 years, right? 2.5 years is the time period in which $16,800 would be changed to 18,900. Okay, at an interest of 5%. That also matters. Okay, so this is question number 5. So moving on to the next question. So question number 6 is, Ken places 50,000 in his bank account. The bank offers an interest of 8% per annum compounded. Acha. So this question is also not part of the syllabus because there is a word used, compounded yearly. So this is not a simple interest question. Ye kiska question hai? Compound interest. I told you compound interest and higher purchase. Ye aapke syllabus mein nahi hai. Okay, so we will leave this question also. So Nadia pays a premium of 3% on a life insurance. If her total premium payable over 5 years is this much, we need to calculate the value of the life insurance. So this is the question we can solve, question number 8. So first of all, let's see what are these values. So you need to tell me 3%. What is this 3%? This is your rate. I hope you can see the question clearly on your screen. So this 3% is the rate. हमने वही चीज़ identify करनी है. We need to see what is the RT, principal amount, या फिर interest, या फिर जिसको हम कह सकते हैं profit. So this is your rate, right? So total premium payable over 5 years. So 5 years is clearly the time. Okay. So now this is the total premium in 5 years. So this is the interest. Okay. So this is your premium payable. हमने इसको पहले किसी क्वेश्चन में यूज भी किया. So now we need to find out the value of her life insurance. हमने total value find करनी है. So इसका मतलब है इस क्वेश्चन में हमने P find out करना है कि उसने कितनी अमाउंट की लाइफ इंश्योरेंस खरीदी है. We need to find out that. ठीक है. So don't go for difficult solutions. You will see कि इस क्वेश्चन का जो generally solution book में भी है ना, that is very complicated. So don't go for the complicated solutions. Let's go for a simple solution because this is a simple interest और उसका एक ही formula याद रखना है which we are going to use right now also. ठीक है. So let's try out that formula. So for question number, I think so this is question number 7. So question number 7 is, we know that the premium payable, we know that also. We know premium payable. We know the time, 5 years. And we know the rate. मुझे दोबारा देखना पड़ेगा. So let's see. Premium payable is 67,500. I think so, rupees. And the rate is 3%. Okay. We need to find out the total life insurance. Yeah, insurance value we need to find out. Insurance value. That is the unknown thing. Okay. So the formula is same. Insurance value, बल्कि premium payable, simple interest की जगह हम क्या लिखेंगे? Premium payable is equal to insurance value, P जिसको कहते हैं, R T divided by 100. So this is the unknown. बाकी सारी values we can just fill in. 67,500 is equal to insurance value. So I'm writing it as insurance multiplied by rate. Rate is 3, time is 5 divided by 100. Okay. So you can take this 100 on the other side of the equation. So this will be 67,500 multiplied by 100 divided by 3 into 5. Or this is the insurance value. Okay. So you can cancel this 5 with this maybe 5 ones are 5 or 17, 5 threes are 15, 5 fives are 25. So this is the remaining value. So I'm deliberately not simplifying this 5 with 100 because 100 can give me the zeros quickly in the answer. Okay. So now you can see 5 plus 3, 8 plus 1, 9. So this is cancelled with 3 also. So 3 fours are 12, 3 fives are 15, 4,500. So okay, I will write down insurance value. Insurance value is equal to, these are the real world problems. You need to be very careful about them. Okay. So what was the insurance value? It was 450,000. Is it clear? Like how we simplified and all. Okay. So this is your answer. So let's look at question number 8. So now this kind of question we did earlier also. So there are sometimes there are the objects, जैसे life insurance है, उसमें कोई depreciation नहीं है या उसमें कोई increase नहीं है. That is a constant value. But sometimes when we buy things like car या house, so जो property insurance होती है ना, so that devaluates, or sometimes in some cases it increases over time. Okay. So 8th question is a similar question. It is a car bought of 1 million Pakistani rupees depreciates each year. So the price of the car is depreciated each year by 5%, right? So if the premium rate is 3.5 per annum, so we need to find out the total insurance premium paid in the first 3 years of purchase. So now in this particular question, why we cannot put the formula directly or why we can use the formula SI is equal to PRT by 100, because in this formula, P is changing every year. Like in the first year, this is the value of P. Principal amount is 1 million. But in the second year, this principal amount is depreciated. या आप कह सकते हैं it is now less by a 5% value. Okay, so principal amount is changing every year. So that's why the premium paid will be changed. So we need to solve this question in 3 steps. Okay, although R is same, rate is always 3.5. Okay, but what is changing? Changing is the principal amount. So this question will be done in 3 steps. हम हर साल की जो premium payable है, we will calculate it separately. Okay, so question number 8 is, let's calculate the premium payable in first year. We need to find out for 3 years. Okay, so premium payable in first year is equal to PRT by, so PRT divided by 100. This is the same formula. So P is 1 million. Okay, P is 1 million. The rate is also given as 3.5%. Okay, now this T is 1 and divided by 100. Why T is 1? Because एक minute, let me see the question again. Sure, 3.5 and depreciates, and all right. So this is the situation. So this decimal will be gone. There would be 1,000 here. So these 3 zeros will be cancelled. So the answer of premium payable in the first year is 35,000 rupees. Okay. So first, in the premium in the first year is very straightforward. There is no confusion in that. Now we need to find out the premium payable in the second year, but we need to change the P. So value of car P, it's depreciated by 5%. So इसका मतलब है कि what is the principal amount in the second year? So principal amount would be 95%. ऐसा ही है ना, 5% depreciate हो गया. So 95% of 1 million. This is the principal amount in the second year. You can just cancel these 2 zeros, and this is the answer, 950,000. So the car which costed, which was having a value of 1 million in the first year, now in the second year, the value of the car is 950,000. Okay, so this is the change in the second year. So now we can say premium payable in second year, right? So the principal amount this time in the second year is 950,000. Okay, rate is 3.5, time is 1, okay, divided by 100. So simply we can again remove this decimal, put a 0 here. So these 3 zeros will be cancelled. And if you multiply 95 with 35, what would be the answer? 95. देखिए हमारे पास क्या बच गया? 950 multiplied by 35. So what would be the answer? What is 95 into 35? 95 into 35. This is 33,250 rupees. Okay, so this is making sense also. अगर आप गौर करें, in the first year when the amount of the car was 1 million, so we need like the premium payable was 35,000. Now the amount of the car is depreciated to 950,000. So now the premium payable is also less. Okay, so this is the situation in the second year. So now moving forward to the third year. So what would be the premium payable, like the value of the car in the third year? So it's again depreciated by 5 more. So अगर आप देखें तो it is 95. अच्छा, आप ये नहीं लिख सकते 90 by 100 of 1,000 because that amount is gone now. Now this is the value of the car. So you will say 95% of 950,000. ठीक है? 950,000. Cancel these 2 zeros, right? So the value of the car in third year is 95 into 95. So this is 902,500 rupees. So this is the value of the car in the third year. 902,500. So now we need to find out what is the premium payable in third year, right? So this time the principal amount is 902. 1,500. Rate is still same 3.5. Time is 1 year because we are finding it on yearly based, divided by 100. Right? So you can just cancel these two zeros and it is 9,025 multiplied with 3.5. So I'm using this, using the calculator to solve it. So the answer to this is 31,588 rupees. This is the premium paid in the third year, right? Now we need to find out the total premium. Okay, 3 सालों में कितना premium pay हुआ? The total premium is definitely you are going to add the premium paid in the first year and the premium paid in the second year and the premium paid in the third year. Okay, so total premium paid is equal to, you need to add all these three values, and if you add all of them, it is 99,838. So this is the answer of this question. This is the total premium paid for the car where, you know, the depreciation is involved, right? ठीक है बेटे? So now just look at this question number 9. This question 9 is also a question of hire purchase. You can see there, hire purchase. So this is also not part of the syllabus. Moving on to the next question, simple interest ka question hai. So we can see if we can solve it. Question number 10. So question number 10 is, Lee Tong deposits $20,000 in a bank that pays simple interest rate of 2.75 per annum. If the interest rate decreases to X per annum, she will receive $50 less every year. Find the value of X. Okay. So let's write down the data. Let's see how we are going to solve it. So in the first situation, leave the second situation for now. Deposits 20,000. So this is your P, the principal amount, right? Principal amount is 20,000. Simple interest of 2.75. So this is your R. Per annum hai, so T is 1, right? So you know PRT, you can find out the simple interest easily for the first year. Okay? So we can do that. So question number 10. Question number 10 is, so total premium payable. So first, initially the total premium payable was that PRT by 100. So you know the principal amount was 20,000. Sorry, premium paid नहीं है, ये आपके पास था interest. ठीक है, it is interest, simple interest. Okay, 20,000 is the principal amount. The rate is 2.75. Time is 1 year because per annum was written. So you can cancel this decimal and there would be 2 zeros here. So cancel these 4 zeros. Okay, so 275 multiplied by 2 रह गया. So simple interest was $550 पहले. Okay, in the initial situation. Now the second situation is coming. This was the first half of the question. Now the situation is that if the interest rate is decreased to X%, like we don't know what is the new interest rate, लेकिन हमें ये पता है कि the simple interest decreased to $50 every year. So we need to find out X. So for the second part, I'm changing the color so that you can see it clearly. So for the second half, when the simple interest is decreased, so simple interest is X%, sorry, rate is X%. ये हमने find करना है. ठीक है, rate is X%. So now the interest in the after the second situation is $50 less. So 550 means if you take out 50, so now the interest we are, or the person is getting, it is $500. अब देखिए, we know all P is still 20,000 because there is no change in P. P is still 20,000 and because yearly based है, so इसका मतलब है कि rate, time is still 1 year. Okay, because it is per annum. So you can calculate the values, just put in these values, 500 is equal to P 20,000, R is X, T is 1 divided by 100. So you can cancel these two zeros, and then X would be, this 20 will go in the denominator on the other side, 50 by 20. So X is 50 by 2, so 25. I think so I missed a zero somewhere. 500 and sorry, 500 divided by 20. नहीं. So I missed a zero maybe somewhere. यहाँ पर ये 200 था, है ना? 200 by 500 by 200. So it's 2.5% now. What is the new interest rate? It is decreased from 2.75. So now the new interest rate is 2.5%. I hope this is clear. Any question?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
All right. So what about others?
मैम
Reading.
सिंपल इंटरेस्ट 550 से 500 क्यों हो गए?
So because they told us in the question now, देखो ये question statement में, you can see this question number 10 on your screen. There are two parts of this question. एक यहाँ से यहाँ तक देखे. This is the first scenario. ठीक है, जिसको हमने calculate किया. और इससे हमने क्या निकाला? हमने simple interest निकाल लिया. Now this is the second situation. If the interest rate is decreased to X%, यानी we don't know what is the new interest rate, यही हमने निकालना है. So the
I love this, ma'am.
ठीक है, so now the interest she receives is $50 less. Can you see this? $50 less. So pehle if she was receiving $550 interest, so now we need to subtract 50, so it would be $500. Okay. So in the second scenario, which I have written with the red color, R is the unknown. हमने rate find out करना है. SI was 550, अब 50 कम है, तो इसका मतलब है simple interest is 500. P is still the same. There is no change in the principal amount, so it will still be $20,000. T is 1 year because it is per annum. Okay. So this is how you're going to solve it. Okay, bete? I hope it is clear now.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Achha, look at this question number 11. Question 11 is, and let's look at it clearly. It is 10 years amount, simple interest hai. The rate attractive to deposit. 1 year later, she only received interest of 940. Achha, let's do question number 11 because it is a simple interest question. This is a very interesting question. Now, this type of question, they need critical thinking also. Just look at this question. The following information is advertised by a bank. Bank ने ये advertisement की 10-year high yield account, 2.35% simple interest. So this was quite an interesting advertisement. So this interest rate was, can you tell me, like by reading this question carefully, what was the mistake, or what was the, you can say, like misunderstanding caused by this advertisement? Just read the statement. So what is the misunderstanding caused by the advertisement? Question is that she deposited 400,000 rupees in the bank after looking at this advertisement. But after 1 year, she received interest of 940 rupees only 940 rupees. So upon reading the above advertisement carefully, she realized that she was misled by it. Okay? Ji Narmeen, bete, do you want to answer?
Yes, the problem is that she thought she would get 9,400 after a year, but the thing is that in the advertisement it says that it will give you 2.35% simple interest after 10 years, not 1.
That's right. So she thought that this is 2.3% per annum. Lekin actually, it is written on the top 10 years high yield account. So after 10 years, he will get 2.35% interest. Okay, not after 1 year. So that was the confusion or misunderstanding that was there in this question. So how much interest Shrail expected to receive after 1 year? So that's Narmeen have already explained it. I think so this is more like a logical question. So she was expecting maybe 9,400 rupees after 1 year. Explain how Shrail had been misled by that advertisement. That is also explained. She thought this is per annum. So actually this was not per annum. This was after 10 years. Okay? So 10 years ke baad, this was the interest rate. 11th question. Okay? So any confusion in this? So what was the answer of this question? She expected to receive 9400 Pakistani rupees after 1 year. Okay, so basically the problem was that she misinterpreted the interest rate. Okay, so she thought this is per annum. So actually it was written 10-year higher yield account. So this was 10 years interest rate. Okay, so this happens in real life also. There is these kind of things there in the. Achha, look at this question number 12 and 13. So these are both questions of compound interest. Compound interest का एक छोटा सा formula ही है, लेकिन because this is not part of the syllabus, you will, I think so, you will learn it in the next class, 9th May, I think so. This is their compound interest. So compound interest, we will skip question 12 and 13. So that's all, I think so. The last question is also compound interest. You can see it here. So that's all of question exercise 6B. So moving on to 6C, let's see how many questions we can complete. So this you have already done in grade 7, zakat, ushur and income tax. Simple, you can say percentage questions, just you need to understand the situation. Okay? So let's keep going to exercise 6C. Income tax is already there. Inheritance, you have seen this also. Inheritance and partnership. Okay, so this is 6C. So how many questions we need to do of this exercise? Let me quickly confirm. So we need to do question 6C के हमने कितने question करने 1 to 10. ठीक है? So just 1 to 10 question. Blue and yellow dots. So zakat and ushur के question तो बहुत ही आसान है. You can see this question number 1 on your screen. How much zakat does Albert have to pay on his yearly savings of 400,000? So do you know what is the zakat rate? Because you can see rate is not given. So do you know what is zakat rate in Islam? What is the zakat payable? So how much is the rate? Because rate is not mentioned. You can see ushur maybe. You should know these things. So zakat is basically 2.5%. ठीक है, ये चीजें आपने बस याद रखनी है. Zakat is 2.5%. अच्छा, अब आप अगर गौर करें तो मेनली तो हम इस क्वेश्चन में क्या करते हैं, हम इस क्वेश्चन को ऐसे सॉल्व करते हैं 2.5% ऑफ 40,000 400,000. लेकिन अगर आप गौर करें तो यहाँ पर भी आप वो फॉर्मूला यूज कर सकते हैं. कौन सा फॉर्मूला? ये जो सिंपल इंटरेस्ट का फॉर्मूला हमने पढ़ा है, PRT बाय. सो मैं यही आपको कहना चाह रही थी कि परसेंटेज के जितने भी क्वेश्चंस हैं, इनकम टैक्स हो, ज़कात, उशर, प्रीमियम पेबल, हाउस अलाउंस, कार इंश्योरेंस, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, इस सब में आप ये फॉर्मूला यूज कर सकते हैं. बैंक से लोन लिया हुआ है, ठीक है. अब आप गौर करें तो ज़कात वैसे इस तरह निकलती है 2.5% ऑफ द ओरिजिनल अमाउंट. लेकिन यहाँ से अगर आप देखें तो SI को यू कैन चेंज इनटू ज़कात पेएबल, है ना, ज़कात पेएबल. So P is your principal amount, which is 400,000 in this question, है ना. R is 2.5 because zakat की ये rate है. 100 is basically dealing with this percent. 2.5 direct put हो जाएगा. T is 1 year because zakat is after 1 year. So ये same ही formula है. Actually यही formula है जिसको हम use कर रहे होते हैं. So you should not be confused. Just change this, write this formula in a corner and change it according to the like wordings change करते हैं. जैसे अभी मैंने simple interest को कुछ देर पहले change किया था premium payable. फिर हमने change किया था insurance payable. ठीक है, तो ये इसमें चेंज यू कैन डू. ठीक है, दिस इज द ज़कात यू नीड टू बी. एक और चीज आपको याद रखने की जरूरत है, आपने पिछली क्लास में पढ़ा होगा, उशर जो होता है ना, उशर इज बेसिकली 10%. ठीक है, और उशर इज यूजुअली ऑन द लैंड और द क्रॉप्स. ठीक है, जो उस पे जो चीज आपको इस्लामिकली देनी होती है ना, वो दैट इज उशर. उशर क्या है कि अपनी जो क्रॉप्स हैं उनमें से इस्लाम इज सो लीनियंट, यू नो, उसमें से भी आप अपना 1 ईयर का जितना भी आपने, मसलन आपके पास गंदम है तो वीट है, सो आप उसमें से अपना 1 साल का जितना आपका अपना फैमिली का यूज है ना, उसको निकालने के बाद उशर कैलकुलेट करते हैं. तो उसको कैलकुलेट करने के बाद कि कितना आपने खुद इस्तेमाल करना है, दैट विल नॉट बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस 10%. जो आप सेल करते हैं ना उसका 10%. ठीक है, इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक जैसे आप ज़कात निकालते हैं बाकी, इसी तरह उशर जो होता है वो किस पे होता है, क्रॉप्स पे मेनली. ठीक है, so the second question is like this: how much ushur should Wasim pay if he sold crops harvested from his artificially irrigated land of for PKR 71,000? So it's again same. This is the principal amount and the rate of ushur is 10%. So you can actually sometimes ushur ka rate is 5% also. It would be given in the question then. ठीक है कि ushur ka rate is 5%. So that depends on the situation, you know. So ushur is not fixed actually. Ushur ऐसी चीज है जो हम जिसके बारे में फतवा लिया जा सकता है उस टाइम पे. बिकॉज ऑफ एनी रीजन उशर कैन बी रिड्यूस टू 5% ऑल्सो. अच्छा, नाउ लुक एट दिस क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 इज रिलेटेड टू इनकम टैक्स पेएबल. ठीक है. अच्छा, इनकम टैक्स पेएबल में एक बहुत मजे की बात है, ये है तो वैसे ही, दिस इज द प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट. ठीक है, बट द रेट इज नॉट सेम फॉर एवरीवन. लाइक ए में देयर इज अ पर्सन हु इज अर्निंग 685,000 और डी पार्ट में देयर इज अ पर्सन हु इज अर्निंग 12,150,000. सो इन दोनों पे इनकम टैक्स जो होता है वो सेम नहीं हो सकता. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, ज़कात इज ऑलवेज 2.5%. चाहे आप 20,000 रुपए पे ज़कात दो या 20 लाख पे ज़कात दो, ज़कात विल ऑलवेज बी 2.5%. सेम इज द केस विद उशर. ठीक है, उशर में आपकी अगर जमीन कम है या जमीन ज्यादा है उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, क्रॉप्स ज्यादा है या कम है उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. सो द परसेंटेज इज फिक्स्ड. लेकिन इनकम टैक्स पे इनकम टैक्स डिपेंड्स ऑन द इनकम ऑफ दैट पर्सन. ठीक है, आपने अक्सर बिलिंग में भी देखा होगा, जब हम फॉर एग्जांपल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल पे करते हैं, तो इफ यू आर यूजिंग लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, कुछ आपके कम यूजेज है, तो आपका टैक्स कम यूज होता है. ठीक है, सो ये जो टैक्सेस होते हैं ना, गवर्नमेंट के टैक्सेस, ये डिपेंड करते हैं आपकी वर्थ के ऊपर. ठीक है, सो इसके लिए इन्होंने कहा है कि टेबल देखें. सो लेट मी शो यू दिस टेबल. So you would probably have done these questions in grade 7. ये grade 7 का topic actually. So this is the, ये देखें, this is the chargeable income tax. Can you see it on your screen? I will share it in the group also maybe. So ये just revision के लिए they are asking you. So if a person is earning less than 600,000, ठीक है, less than 600,000, ठीक है, if a person is earning less than 600,000, 600,000 का क्या मतलब है? How much in Pakistani currency? How much in Pakistani currency?
6 lakhs.
6 lakh. So if a person is earning less than 6 lakh monthly, so then there is zero income tax, right? So it is considered that this amount is not coming under the income tax rate. So now let's look at the second group. Second group is if you are earning more than 6 lakh and up to 12 lakh, yet like your income is between 6 to 12 lakh. ठीक है, सो आपने कितना इनकम टैक्स देना है? दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. 2.5% एक्सीडिंग द 6 लाख. जो बेसिक 6 लाख रुपीज हैं उन पे कोई टैक्स नहीं है. फॉर एग्जांपल इफ अ पर्सन इज हैविंग अ सैलरी ऑफ 7 लाख, सो पहले जो 6 लाख है उस पे देयर इज जीरो इनकम टैक्स. इनकम टैक्स 2.5% किस पे लगेगा? द 1 लाख व्हिच इज अबव दैट. ठीक है, इट इज लाइक दिस. सो दीज आर द ग्रुप्स. ठीक है, सो आई थिंक सो दिस यू कैन सॉल्व इट ऑन योर ओन. ये आपने पहले भी किया है. इनकम टैक्स, व्हाट डू यू से? Do you want to solve it or not? Leave it. Do you want to solve it or not? Like question number 3. Should we solve 1 or 2 parts maybe? Should we? हमने टेबल को यूज करते हुए देखना है कितना कितना अमाउंट है, कितना टैक्स है. ठीक है, लाइक इन द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, जस्ट लुक एट दिस वन. दिस इज 685,000. इसका मतलब जो पहले 600,000 है उन पे तो कोई टैक्स नहीं है. टैक्स किसके ऊपर है? सो हम इसको कैसे लिखेंगे? हम इसको इस तरह लिखेंगे. लेट मी डू इट ऑन द व्हाइट बोर्ड. Let's solve 2 parts maybe. ठीक है, कोई से रैंडम 2 parts कर लेते हैं इसमें. So let's say exercise 6C, question 3 का, let's say A part. And let me write down the data. The data is income tax. हमने क्या निकालना है? Income tax payable. And the amount is, और जिस पे हमने टैक्स निकालना है, that is 685,100 PKR, 1000 PKR. ठीक है, so just like the previous, जैसे मैंने अभी आपको बताया, first 600,000 पे तो there is no tax. So you will find out, you will say income tax payable. First 6,000 पे तो है ही नहीं. So you can say 2.5% multiplied with 85,000. So if you can understand 85,000 क्यों है? Because it is like amount payable is 685,000 minus 100,000 इतनी अमाउंट है जिस पे टैक्स पेएबल है. ठीक है, so you can just calculate this easily. 2.5%, so 2.5 divided by 100. So this is 25 into 85. So 25 into 85 would be 2,125 rupees. So if anybody is earning this much amount per month, so I think so yearly based, not per month, yearly based. Okay. Income tax is also yearly based. So this is the amount payable, 2,125. Okay. So do you want to solve any other parts or should we move forward? Like if D part we can look at. So D part may the income is or yearly based income is 12,150,000. So I will write down D part here. So D part may the income is yearly based income. ठीक है, ये आपने याद रखना. I'm changing the color so that you can see D part clearly. So income is 12,150,000 rupees. ठीक है. So now just look at this one कि कितना income tax होगा. अब ये देखें इस category को we can see from the table इस category पे किस तरह tax apply होता है. So let's go back to the table. So it's like more than 12 million per year. So just look at this one, the last category, more than 12 million. So इसके more than 12 million है. So more than 12 million पे क्या कैसे amount calculate हो सकता है? Basic आपने देना होता है इतना amount, PKR 2,955,000 plus 35% of the amount exceeding. So this is like basic tax ये आपने pay करना है if you are going in that category. ठीक है? So basic tax multiplied with the payable amount. ठीक है? So इसमें हम क्या करेंगे? The basic tax you need to pay. So income tax is having two parts. ठीक है, last category में the basic tax plus the 27.5% on the exceeding amount. ठीक है, exceeding amount हम कैसे निकालेंगे वो आपके पास यहाँ पर बनती है. 12 million माइनस करना है ना, तो इसका मतलब है this is 150,000. अब इसमें basic tax कितना है? 435,000. इतना तो उसने देना है. सॉरी 435 नहीं था, मुझे एक बार दोबारा चेक करने दे बिल से. It was 2,955,000 प्लस 35% था. ये भी आई थिंक सो मैंने गलत वैल्यूज लिखी है. ये 35% ऑफ जिस था 35%. ठीक है, सो अगर आप इसको कैलकुलेट करें तो व्हाट वुड बी दिस अमाउंट? 35% ऑफ 1,500. मेरे पास फाइनल आंसर लिखा हुआ है. आई डोंट नो व्हाट दिस इज, बट द फाइनल आंसर वुड बी this 3,000,007 itne rupees you need to pay if your income is more than like exactly 12,150,000. So then this much amount you need to pay as a tax. Okay. So any question on this? I'm leaving C and D part. You can do it on your own. You got the idea, I believe, right? So any question up till this point? जी बेटे. So these questions related to I can see property tax wala question kar lete hain, and the remaining questions 5 till 10 we can do in the class on Monday because ye topic reh jayega hamare paas. Which topic? Inheritance, partnership and inheritance, partnership और क्या रह जाता है? पार्टनरशिप के क्वेश्चन है, इनहेरिटेंस के हैं, उशर एक नजर आ रहा है मुझे. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चंस हम बाद में कर लेंगे. लेट्स डू क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 ओनली. So question number 4 is a property tax on is a tax on land, houses, flats or buildings which is computed like calculated as follows. कैसे calculate करते हैं इसको? Property tax payable yearly is annual value multiplied by tax rate. अगर आप गौर करो तो ये वही फॉर्मूला है, PRT by 100. इसमें P is annual value, R is the tax rate, T is 1 year because it is yearly calculated. ठीक है, divided by 100. जब इस सार का परसेंट हटाएंगे तो वही बात हो जाएगी. ठीक है, where the annual value of a property is the estimated amount of money the owner will get if she rent out the property for 1 year. ठीक है, so if you are owning a property, आपको उस property पे भी government को property tax pay करना होता है. ठीक है, given that the annual value of a flat is this much, like this is the principal amount of that flat, and the tax rate is 25%, find the property tax payable for 6 months. This is a question I told you about. Okay, T cannot be in months, so we need to change it into years, right? So ये आपको याद रखनी है बात कि so let's solve this question. Question number 4. अच्छा, हम इस क्वेश्चन को उसी तरीके से सॉल्व करेंगे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 में let's say इसको कैसे लिखूं प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट को? It is the value, annual value of, I don't know what was that, but ऐसे ही लिखा हुआ है, rent out the property, से clearly नहीं है. So annual value of that property is 938,952 rupees. ठीक है, this is the annual value. और annual value calculate कैसे करते हैं? Like if you will rent that property for 1 year, how much amount you will get after 1 year? ठीक है, so rate is 25%. This is the tax rate, property tax rate, 25%. ठीक है, time is 6 months. हमें months में time नहीं चाहिए होता उस formula में, so we'll change it. So it is 0.5 year. ऐसा ही है ना? 6 months is half, 1/2 years, so it's 0.5 year. ठीक है, so now we can use the value. और हमने find out क्या करना है? हमने निकालना है property tax payable. So ये सबसे आसान तरीका है. The students who are confused in percentage questions, हमेशा याद रखें basic formula. You can write it down in some place. Simple interest is PRT by 100. यही formula mostly use होता है इन सारे questions में. Just ये simple interest का formula है ना. You can change it according to your requirement. So you will say property tax payable. इसी formula को change कर रहे हैं. Is equal to principal amount. यहाँ पर किस में change हो जाएगा? Annual value of that property. Annual value of property multiplied by the property tax rate. I'm writing rate here. Multiplied by time, which is 1 year. ये भी annually calculate होता है. Divided by 100. यहाँ 1 year नहीं है, time is given. तो T लिख देते हैं. ठीक है, so you will just put the values 938,952 multiplied with 5 multiplied with 0.5 divided by 100. ठीक है, so you can just calculate this. और अगर आप इसको calculate करें तो इसका final answer आता है 117,369 rupees. So इतना इस property पे tax देना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, whatever you are getting, 1/4 of that is the tax on the property, because the rate is 25%, right? So any question up till this point? This was the last question which we have done. So beta, any question, anything you have not understood? Is it clear? Right. What about others? I can see only one expression. What about others? All right. So I hope it is clear, right? So we will do fifth question till, all right, now I can see some more. So we can see fifth question, question 5 till question number 10 we will do in the class on Monday. So that we can conclude this topic percentage, all right? So that's all for today. I have tried my best to finish the class in time today. So it's, I think, so break time. So you can have a break of 20 minutes. After that, you have 3 more lessons. So join them according to the time shared in the class group. So that's all for today, everyone. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Have a nice weekend. See you on Monday.